Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the 86th virtual annual meeting of the Marshall County Rural Membership Cooperative. I'm Dr. Richard Leeper, Chairman of the Board of Directors, and I will call this meeting to order and start with an invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you are and have been in our lives. You have provided a safe, effective, and prosperous year for our cooperative. We appreciate the ability to give our members an update of their business. Please continue to bless us with safe, affordable, reliable power and communications that have become such a mainstay of our livelihoods. Help us as a board of directors to make decisions for the benefit of our membership and, most importantly, pleasing to you. In Jesus' most precious name we pray. Amen. Next on the agenda, John Redinger, Marshall County REMC Board Secretary and Treasurer, to give his report.
I'm John Redinger, the current Secretary-Treasurer for Marshall County REMC, and we welcome you to watching this video. At this point in time, I will certify that we mailed the announcement for our annual meeting out through the Indiana Electric Cooperatives, and you should have received this magazine at your mailing address. And this is to certify that on the 26th day of February in 2025, we placed in the United States Mail at the post office in Madison, Wisconsin, 6,707 copies of the Marshall County edition of the March 2025 issue of the Indiana Connections magazine. And inside this magazine, you'll find the financial information that we'll be talking about after bid. The approved membership on March 6th of 2025 is 7,460 meters with 1,127 members receiving service at 2 or more places. The quorum is 2% of this number, which is 127 members. It is the opinion of the chair that the motion has passed. Accordingly, the 2024 minutes are accepted.
Hello, I'm David Fortin, attorney for the REMC. I'm here to read the minutes of the Nominating Committee. The Nominating Committee of the Marshall County Rural Electric Membership Corporation met pursuant to their notice at the REMC office on November 15, 2024 at 10 a.m. The purpose of the Nominating Committee was to select candidates for directors to be voted on at the annual meeting on April 1, 2025. The following members of the Nominating Committee were present: Adam Souter, Tracy Thayer, Curtis Zekiel, Todd Laudeman, Brent Johnson, Steve Berry, and Richard Parker. Dave Llewellyn, CEO, was present to provide the Nominating Committee with the bylaws that outline the duties and responsibilities of the directors and of the Nominating Committee. Robin Roberts, REMC Director, was present to represent the board as required in the bylaws for observation of the Nominating Committee process. Steve Berry was selected to serve as chairman, and committee member Brent Johnson was selected as secretary. After discussing the qualifications of members, the following REMC members were selected as candidates for director to be voted on by the members at the annual meeting on April 1, 2025. Mike Large, John Redinger, Andy Lemler, Tom McFarland, Ginger Calhoun, and Craig Rogie. There being no further business to come before the Nominating Committee, Richard Parker made a motion to accept the candidates with ranking and close the meeting. The motion was seconded by Curtis Zekiel. Motion carried. The meeting was adjourned at 11:30 a.m. And that concludes the minutes of the Nominating Committee.
The information we're going to be discussing is in this March 2025 edition of the Indiana Electric Connection magazine. And we're turning to page number 7, which actually has the same information that'll be on the screen. In February 10th of 2025, we had the auditors from London Whitty of Indianapolis come into the board. They had been in at the end of the year last year and reviewed the books and the accounting procedures and did conducted their annual audit, and we had a clean audit report, which is what the board members always like to know, to make sure that everything's in good order, and it's always what we've been reported to on a monthly basis at our board meetings. And so we had a clean audit, and the financial information is presented there on page 7 of that magazine. Talk just a little bit about where does your dollars go that you pay on your electric bill. So the bottom left-hand corner of that information is the 2024 distribution of revenue per dollar. So out of every dollar that we bring in from your electric bills, 52 cents was going towards purchase power. 25 cents were going to run the operation of the Marshall County Distribution Co-op, which includes everything from the guys out working the trucks, keeping the lines up and keeping the meters up and operating, including the office people and everything that they do to collect the information and to support the guys out in the field. And then depreciation expense is expense that as the plant gets old and we're able to depreciate those facilities, 8 cents out of every dollar was depreciated or goes towards getting that put together and back renewed. We paid 5 cents out of every dollar for interest expense, and then the patronage section there is 10 cents out of the dollar, and that's the amount of profits that we received last year that basically was the members' investment in the current system to be able to keep it up and going. So 10 cents out of the dollar was made to make system improvements, and then that amount of money that was in that system improvements actually shows up on the upper right hand corner where there was patronage capital invested. So over the years, the members have invested $32 million in the development and building and maintaining the system that we have in operation, providing power for you today. So with some of the cost and everything going up over the last few years, our costs have gone up. The board looks at this information on a monthly basis and try to do our best job to provide reliable service with the system out there and still maintain and do as good a job as we can as providing you the power as economically as we can. So that is the financial report for the year, and we wish you all well. The other thing I would like to take a little bit of time and just make recognition of is on the next page of that Indiana Connections magazine. There is a report, and we can have it up on the screen, showing all the organizations that all of you that participate in the Operation Roundup, which is rounding up your electric bill to the next round figure of the dollar sign, and that little bit of a partial dollar that you contribute each month is put in a fund that we call Operation Roundup, and we're going to help improve the community that you live in. So we'd like to say thank you for all those members that do participate. If you're not currently participating and you would like to, you can get a hold of the REMC office and they can get you involved so you can make an investment in improving the future and community of Marshall County. Thanks again.
A motion was presented in writing by Jeff Umbaugh and seconded by Sean Groby to approve the financial report for 2024. It is the opinion of the chair that the motion has passed. Accordingly, the audited financial report for 2024 is accepted. A point of order appealing the adoption of the treasurer's report may be raised at a subsequent meeting of the members.
Hello, I am Dave Llewellyn, President and CEO of Marshall County REMC. I want to thank you for taking the time to participate in this important annual cooperative event. I hope you all had an opportunity to cast your vote in this year's annual director election. The results will be presented at the conclusion of this meeting. In 2024, the directors and key staff completed a strategic planning session facilitated by CFC, one of our financial lending partners. From that session came many goals and objectives that we are working to achieve over the next couple years. One of those goals was to develop a mission and vision statement. Mission and vision statements are important because they provide a clear sense of purpose and direction for an organization. They can also help motivate employees and guide decision making and even build a stronger brand. Marshall County REMC directors and employees work together to develop the following statements. Our mission statement is empowering our members and communities with safe, reliable, and innovative energy solutions at competitive cost while upholding our dedication to service excellence. And our vision statement is to enrich the lives of our members and communities we serve by providing cost-effective, innovative energy solutions and superior service. Another key strategic goal was to establish effective member engagement with all demographics and to educate the members on the 7 cooperative principles. Electric cooperatives around the country operate according to the same set of core principles and values. This is a key reason why America's electric cooperatives operate differently from other electric utilities, because they remind us to put the needs of our members first. The 7 cooperative principles include voluntary and open membership, democratic member control, member economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation amongst cooperatives, and concern for community. The annual meeting and election are a prime example of our founding principle, democratic member control. The election gives all members a voice in the governance of the local electric cooperative. Your vote for our leadership guides me as CEO and the daily and long-term operations of the co-op. One major benefit of being a Marshall County REMC member and a prime example of our founding principle, member economic participation, is access to capital credits, which puts money back in your pocket. As a not-for-profit cooperative, Marshall County REMC operates at cost, meaning any revenues beyond expenses are reinvested into the system or returned to the members as capital credits. Your monthly electric bill helps fund substations, poles, wires, and equipment to keep the lights on. An investment in the system you own. Unlike investor-owned utilities like NIPSCO, where stockholders fund infrastructure, REMC members are both customers and owners. Each year, the REMC board reviews the co-op's financial position. If funds allow, a portion of the past capital credits are distributed back to its members. After a significant hiatus, Marshall County REMC is pleased to resume distributing capital credits to our members. In 2024, members who purchased power from 1966 to 1970 received capital credit refunds, either as a bill credit for active members or a check for former members in either October, November, or December. Going forward, the board will continue reviewing margins to determine future distributions. We will notify members when the next cycle will be paid out. Please be patient as we work towards the more recent years. Another way we honor one of our founding principles, concern for community, is through our Operation Roundup program. Operation Roundup is a voluntary charitable fundraising program that allows members to donate the spare change on their energy bill to help those in need throughout the community. With an average donation of only $6 a year and never more than 99 cents a month, members can make a small investment that pays big dividends in the community. 230 co-ops across the country have instituted the Operation Roundup program with a great deal of success and acceptance from their memberships. When members participate in the program, we round up their energy bill to the next dollar. The difference goes into a fund that's administered by the Marshall County REMC and distributed by an independent board of directors. Since the program's inception in 2013, the Marshall County Operation Roundup program has raised over $238,000 in donations that have been distributed back directly to the communities we serve. Next, an update on Marshall County Fiber, our partnership with RTC Fiber Communications. This partnership began in 2018 at a time when it had become apparent, like rural electric in the 1930s, there was an ever-growing want and need for high-speed internet availability in the rural areas of our county. At that time, no one was stepping up to fill the need because of the high cost and long return on investment. Our board decided that through Marshall County REMC's founding principle, concern for community, we would get involved, and that was when we incorporated Marshall County Fiber. Today, Marshall County Fiber has grown into a $20 million investment that just recently turned the corner from a revenue standpoint, showing a positive net income. So far, member satisfaction has been high, and we are on target according to all of our forecasts. To date, we have a 42% take rate, with over 5,400 homes passed and 2,289 active subscribers. Construction is wrapping up on the areas that we had planned on building, but we continue to monitor remaining underserved areas primarily located in the northern part of Marshall County. Other large internet providers have been awarded funding to provide service in that portion of the county, but we are still waiting to see if they follow through on their build plans. Rest assured that we are ready to serve and respond should they default. If you're in need of high-speed internet and don't have access yet, please reach out so we can add you to our interest list, which gives us valuable insight in our decision-making process when building out new areas. Lastly, I would like to update you on several items, including our new prepaid metering service program and several projects. The prepaid metering program allows members to pay for electricity as they go rather than receiving a traditional monthly bill. It is an excellent option for those who otherwise would be required to pay a deposit. To enroll, members must open an account with a minimum initial credit balance of $100. Payments of $20 or more can be added at any time. Meter readings occur daily at 9:30 a.m. with the corresponding usage fee deducted from the account balance. Monthly service charges are divided into daily deductions, making it easier to manage costs. Members will receive notifications based on their selected alert preferences. If an account balance reaches zero, service will be disconnected on weekdays, excluding holidays, after the member has been notified. To restore service, a minimum payment of $10 is required. Disconnects and reconnects are handled automatically through the Cooperative's advanced metering system. Members can monitor their accounts and add funds at any time through our Smart Hub mobile app, online portal, in person at our office during normal hours, or by calling the REMC's automated system. Regarding project updates, last year our contractor, Electricom, completed a line build on Muckshaw Road from 12th Road going north to the railroad tracks, and this also included 11B Road going both directions off Muckshaw Road. This line was an old copper three-phase line that over the years had a high outage rate due to dead ash trees and the deterioration of the wire. As part of the project, we cleaned up the trees and did a total rebuild of the line. Furthermore, we have budgeted this year to replace the old underground wire throughout the Nutmeg Ridge subdivision, which is fed directly off this new Muckshaw line. Those in this area should see a big improvement in reliability because of these upgrades. Also, Electricom completed a new three-phase tie line build that starts at the intersection of State Road 8 and Upas Road going south off Upas and eventually interconnects with a circuit off our new Marco substation south of Argus. This new line gives us a greater load switching capability within our system during large outage situations in the southwestern part of the county. Electricom also completed a line build project on the West County Line Road near Division Road. This project replaced old single-phase line with a new three-phase line, which allows us to split up the load in the area, resulting in better power quality for the members that we serve. LineTech, another contractor, continues to work on changing out over 400 poles that tested bad throughout our system. Once complete later this year, this will also greatly improve reliability throughout the system. I want to close by thanking you for not only being a member, but for taking the time to be a part of this annual meeting. Thanks for the nominating committee and the director candidates for their participation in the election process, and congratulations to the winners. I also want to thank our directors and the entire staff. Without you, none of this work happens. The results of the election are listed at the end of the video and on our website. The bill credit winners will be featured in the next edition of the Indiana Connections magazine and are available on our website. We will also have a copy of the election results and bill credit winners available in our office. Lastly, please join us again this year, Wednesday, July 16th, at the Marshall County 4-H Fair for Member Appreciation Day. Members who visit our booth and turn in their voucher will receive a $10 meal coupon from one of our participating food vendors, a gift, and be entered in a raffle for a chance to win an REMC bill credit. The fair vouchers will be included in the June edition of the Indiana Connections magazine. Once again, thank you for attending our annual meeting. Be safe and God bless.